Hello, I'd like to talk about my personal learning network. It took me a while to figure out what exactly I wanted to do, but once I figured out that, it was really fun to dig in and try and build that network up. So it's the three aspects of my personal learning network are Pinterest as my global personal learning network, my colleagues at the school I'll be working at, and also personal friends and family that I know that are teachers that will be a part of my personal learning network. So I first didn't know what social media I wanted to do. I was looking at Twitter and I was looking at Edmodo, but I'm not really used to either of those. They were foreign to me, and I did make accounts with both of them, and I might use them in my personal learning network in the future. But I didn't know if it was going to be the perfect fit for what I need for my personal learning network. After I was playing around with those, I thought about Pinterest. I use Pinterest for everything. I get recipes there. I figure out art projects that I want to do. I'm decorating my house. Planning for a wedding. I use Pinterest for a lot of stuff, and so I'm really used to it. And I thought that would be the perfect way to have our perfect resource for my personal learning network. I was afraid that using my Pinterest, since I do use it for a lot of stuff, my teachings resources would get lost, and it would be a little bit confusing and hard to manage because they're getting covered by all these other ways that I use Pinterest. So I decided to make a new Pinterest account that was devoted just to teaching and education. I can be friends with only teachers on it, and all of the pins that I have on it are teaching and education related. So I made the account and I started making folders of all the different things that I want to learn about teaching and in education, and ways that I feel like I could help other people with their teaching as well, especially as I really get into a classroom and start trying things out for myself. I'll be able to really add to what Pinterest has to offer. So some of the folders that I created, the folders I created, the boards that they call them, were English language arts, curriculum and lessons, math lessons and curriculum, history and math curriculum, also classroom management strategies, classroom setup and organization, how to communicate with parents. Parent involvement was one of my boards. Also, some blogs that I find helpful, and any strategies that other teachers have used that I can use in my classroom. It is going to be specific for multiple subject elementary school teachers. Some of the resources will bleed into middle school and high school, but my main focus is elementary school because that is what I'm going to be going into. The people I'll be following are all teachers, like I said, so I'm excited to build that community. Pinterest is nice because you can get ideas from people that are on the other side of the country, and in different countries. You can really get a broad outlook on what teaching is in the place that we live. So I'm really excited for Pinterest. The second one is colleagues. I'm currently not in the classroom. I'm not in a school. I'm still getting my credentials, so this is something that's a little bit more hypothetical. Once I am in a classroom and at a school, I'll be able to collaborate with my teachers and the people in my grade level, and teachers also in the district. And so I hope to build my personal learning network by getting information off of them and and using them as a resource when I am teaching, and get ideas from them and learn from them. And lastly, my third resource that I'll be using, or my personal learning network, the last part of my personal learning network, is friends and family that I have that are teachers. In my family alone, almost everybody in my family, they're teachers. My mom is a teacher. My brothers and my sister are teachers. My mother-in-law is a teacher. My uncles are teachers, and my aunt's a teacher. So I have a lot of teachers in my family, and they have a lot of experience, and they have a lot of good ideas. So they are definitely part of my personal learning network. Along with that are people from my credentialing program that I've met. I will use them as part of my personal learning network because they're in different schools, and they have different ideas, or their schools might focus on different things and bring different things to the plate. So I think it's really important to keep those connections that I meet in the school and at APU, so I can use them for my personal teaching. Also, friends that I have that are teachers. There's one that I used to work with. She had some great ideas. Friends in different states that I have that are teachers. These are all people that I can learn from and grow from, and yeah. And also, if I start at one school and get transferred or move to a different district, then the people at my old school and my new school are also part of that learning network. It continues with me. It doesn't have to. The people that I meet don't have to go away because I've transferred to a different school. They're always going to be a part of my personal learning network, and they'll be a resource I have to learn new things. So those are the personal learning networks that I have built, and potentially I'll add Twitter or Edmodo to those to see if they fit in. But I'm really excited to use Pinterest, and I'm excited for the ways that I learned through it, and just exploring that, seeing how I can grow as a teacher. Thanks.